March 19th has been marked by many significant events throughout history. Here are 10 historical events that took place on this day. 1863, the Battle of Kelly's Ford. The Battle of Kelly's Ford was fought during the American Civil War. Union cavalry under the command of Brigadier General William Averell engaged Confederate cavalry under Brigadier General Fitzhugh Lee in a skirmish near Kelly's Ford, Virginia. 1916, 18 British Army generals are killed in the Battle of St. Eloi. The Battle of St. Eloi was fought during World War I between British and German forces. In the battle, 18 British Army generals were killed, the highest number of generals killed in a single battle during the war. 1932, the Sydney Harbour Bridge opens in Australia. The Sydney Harbour Bridge, one of the most iconic landmarks in Australia, was officially opened. The bridge spans Sydney Harbour and connects the city's central business district with the North Shore. 1945, Adolf Hitler issues the Nero Decree. The Nero Decree was a scorched earth policy issued by Adolf Hitler in the final days of World War II. The decree called for the destruction of all infrastructure and resources that could be of use to the Allied powers. 1962, France and the Algerian National Liberation Front signed the Evian Accords. The Evian Accords were a series of agreements that ended the Algerian War of Independence. The agreements provided for Algerian independence and the return of Algerian exiles. 1982, Argentina invades the Falkland Islands. Argentina invaded the Falkland Islands, a British overseas territory in the South Atlantic. The ensuing conflict, known as the Falklands War, resulted in the deaths of hundreds of Argentine and British soldiers. 1990, East Germany holds its first and only free elections. East Germany held its first and only free elections, which paved the way for the reunification of Germany later that year. 2003, the United States invades Iraq. The United States, with support from several other countries, invaded Iraq in an effort to oust dictator Saddam Hussein and disarm the country of weapons of mass destruction. 2011, a tsunami strikes Japan. A magnitude 9.0 earthquake off the coast of Japan triggered a massive tsunami that devastated coastal communities. The disaster killed thousands of people and caused widespread damage. 2016, Barack Obama becomes the first U.S. president to visit Cuba in nearly 90 years. President Barack Obama visited Cuba, becoming the first U.S. president to do so since Calvin Coolidge in 1928. The visit marked a historic moment in the normalization of relations between the two countries. These 10 historical events that took place on March 19th have had a significant impact on the world. From the Battle of St. Eloi during World War I to the opening of the Sydney Harbour Bridge and the invasion of Iraq, these events have shaped history and continue to influence the world today. The Evian Accords and the visit of President Obama to Cuba marked important moments in international relations, while the tsunami in Japan was a devastating natural disaster that brought the world together in support of the affected communities. Overall, March 19th has been a day of both tragedy and triumph throughout history.